Good morning.
Good afternoon.
Good evening.
And good night.
Wherever you are in the world or whenever you're listening to this podcast. My name is Steve.
And I'm Cass.
And we are
Cass and Steve.
I'm sure you're so sick of that song. If you've been listening to our podcast a couple of times, then you know exactly that tune, and we hope it gets stuck in your head forever.
And that you're singing it, walking along the street, getting your groceries, and someone says,
who are those people?
I like that tune. What is it? And you say, let me tell you, friends, it is called Cass and Steve, the Fun Road Podcast. Go ahead, listen, subscribe, rate it, leave a comment.
You grab their phone, you say, have you never wondered what this little purple
app is? A little icon.
Click on it, agree, Cass and Steve, subscribe, get ready for the fun road.
That's right. Or you grab their phone and you say, hey, Siri, subscribe me to Cass and Steve, the Fun Road Podcast.
Oh, that's true. Siri does it.
Yeah, Siri. You have to tell her a couple times. Siri's a little bit slow.
Anyway.
I mean, Siri never listens.
Yeah,
Funny story.
It's like your kids.
I mean, they never listen. You can just say the same thing over and over. So my sister loves to give Siri impossible tasks. So we were driving and there was a car that was falling asleep. Like the person, you could look at them, they were swerving and their eyes were just as droopy as possible. And we were like, hey, wake up! Like trying to wave our hands. It was really kind of scary as we're driving next to them. And she goes, hey, Siri, how to reach police officer when driver is sleepy next to you. I mean, the most ridiculous thing.
I found this on the web for how to reset police officer when driver is sleeping next to you. Take a look.
So every time you say, hey, Siri, your phone reacts on it.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't.
You have to hold it?
Well, yeah. I went, hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Nothing.
Today, our topic is, how do you wake up and what are ways to make sure that your day is even more successful from the very first second that you wake up and you start getting ready for your day?
Exactly. I mean, morning routines are so important to set the rest of your day in a happy mode. It's like you're walking into a room and you said, okay, let's open the windows. This is the temperature. Let's put on the radio. This is what the next hour is going to feel like. That's what you do in the first half an hour, the first hour of the day. What do you do? What can you do to make your day better? So I want to ask you, what is something typical that you do every single morning that say, if I don't do that, my day just feels flat, like a pancake?
Well, I was going to first go into how we're here in Barcelona and my husband and kids are with me as well. And yesterday it was just, it was the same stuff as we always deal with in Provo, Utah, where I live, where Bridget just refuses to get up. I'm like yanking her by her hair after I ask her like 10 times, Bridget, honey, and I start with a nice little pat, time to get up, we got to get up and at 'em. And then finally I'm like, okay, niceness is gone, get out of bed. And then it goes to, if I count to 3 and your feet are not on the floor, you're not going to get this, and this. I have to start getting consequences. And she's never been a morning person. Ever. And we try different strategies so I'm wondering, for people who truly feel like they wake up and they are not a morning person, because when I was going to school, I was not a morning person. Like younger, I don't feel like I was a morning person, but something clicked when I realized that it's the start of your day. Whether you're a morning person or not, it's part of your day, and your days add up to part of the years of your life. And if you spend 2 hours in the morning just, all that time adds up.
It's crazy because I remember that when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I was always waking up very early, and then teenager started waking up late.
Yeah.
Then I went back to waking up early, and now it's because I'm in Spain. It's back to kind of late because everybody just goes to bed at 1:30, 2 o'clock. It's crazy. But my first thing that I do first of all is my alarm wakes me up with a very happy tune.
Yep.
I mean, it's such a difference. People wake up these days. You got an iPhone. Everybody wakes up with their iPhone. They put an alarm on it. or with the radio. But if you have your iPhone, you can actually select what is your wake up song. So
I just set an alarm clock, so I want to see which one is my default. I have two.
Really?
Yeah. I have two songs that I always, and I'm wondering which one is actually the default one, because that's something that we decided, you and I.
What
that
does that mean, default?
Default is the one that unless you program it to do something different, it'll always go to that. It's like the one
bass.
that's set always.
Yeah.
So this is mine. Isn't that just such a great way to wake up?
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. Here comes the sun.
Yeah.
Here comes the sun. I say it's
I have a couple. I mean, I wake up with Brand New Day. Here comes the sun. I mean, so you can decide your alarm. You can decide the song of your alarm. Wake up with a song that puts you in a nice mood, whatever it is. But stop waking up on
And some people say that they're afraid that they're not going to wake up to their alarm if it's that. But the way that your brain works when you're asleep is that it's once whatever noise is there is disrupted, you wake up.
Yeah.
So if it's a loud buzzer versus a song, it actually has the same impact as far as waking you up. It should wake you up.
Exactly.
Now your phone's on silent.
No, it's not.
Oh.
But this is my wake up song.
That's from First Man. And it's just kind of like, I picture a little baby starting to stretch.
Cool. But I used to wake up always with Brand New Day from The Wiz.
Yeah.
And that was just, I mean.
So happy.
You just jump out of bed and feel happy.
Can you feel a brand new day?
Can you feel it? So this is the first tip that we want to give you guys. Wake up with a great song every single morning. The next thing that I do is I get rid of all the stuff. I clean up my bed, make up my bed, open the windows wide open, even if it's raining or it's cold outside. Open, fresh air. I always do that. The windows are always open the whole day in my bedroom. I come here, open windows, clean up my whole house, but not like cleaning, but just tidy
it up.
Everything tidy up before I even start with a breakfast, with a coffee, with anything. And John doesn't like it. He goes like, relax.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's literally 10 minutes.
Yeah, you
just put in the pillows, the sheets, boom. And then you have a completely different day.
Having the memory of the first time that we had a sleepover. But the first time I stayed over at your house was when you actually lived in Copenhagen. And remember I slept there at that apartment or that flat there. And I remember you came out and you were wearing your onesie pajamas.
Yeah.
And you just kind of opened the door from your room to the front room. And I was like, that's right. This guy wakes up happy. Yet again, he's my kind of guy.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's just kind of like you wake up like presenting me. This is me in the morning. And I love it. So in the morning, I'm not too loud because I'm still letting Bridget sleep for a little bit longer. I actually wake up first when I am home and Brian. So I travel a lot for work, obviously. And when I'm gone, Brian's in charge of everything. The morning routine, getting the kids off to school, all that. So when I'm home, something I love is that he lets me jump right into, I'm the mom of the house. I'm the one who runs the ship. I'm the one steering. So I wake up the kids. I wake up Dane. Depending on what we are doing for work, if I am super stressed with work, it means that I've been staying up super late. So sometimes I'll go back to bed for that extra little half hour before I need to wake up Dane and Bridget.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll stay up and I get my, I have a little hot cocoa that I like in the morning or a warm tea or something. And I kind of just sit there and sip it slowly.
Yeah.
And I love that family room of mine.
Yeah.
And the sun is rising behind those beautiful mountains.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So I kind of just sit there on that couch and look at the sun rising.
Yeah.
And it is so pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, the sunrise in the morning, and I cannot help but just feel really grateful for another day. And I look at my house, and I'm grateful that I have a house, and my kids are getting ready, and my husband is still sleeping, and my dogs are out there with me, and I let the dogs out.
And also, setting your alarm, not 10, because 10 doesn't work, but 15 minutes earlier, which is a huge difference.
Yeah.
50, if you say, okay, let me wake up that hour, 7 o'clock, because that gives me time. Try to wake up. But for me, mentally, knowing 7 o'clock or 6:45 kind of is a difference.
Yeah.
But
it depends on if it changes the hour or not.
Yeah.
If you got to wake up at 6:30, okay, wake up at 6:15.
15, exactly.
But if you have to wake up at 7, changing it to that 6:45 makes you feel like,
it's in the 6. So 15 minutes difference can be a huge difference for the rest of the day. So if you have the possibility to wake up 15 minutes earlier, just to get rid of that morning stress, I gotta go, do it. Because that 15 minutes can make a huge difference where you can literally sit down, have a coffee, take a relaxed shower, even tidy up that room just a little bit, and you will leave the house completely different. What I also do, but this is not just in the morning, but this is when I'm already up and dressed and shower, is do the things that I really didn't want to do. Because, we make our to-do lists every single day. So we have our Post-its on the fridge where we put up, this is what we're going to do today. And there's always a couple of things or Post-its that I didn't finish from the day before or something like that. I always try to do the stuff that I really don't feel like doing. And a lot of times, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I go like, wow.
I've done so much done.
I got so much done.
I think that we oftentimes think of the thing that we're kind of procrastinating or that we don't want to get to and that we're putting off and putting off.
What is procrastinating?
Procrastinating is you're putting something off for as long as you can until the last final second before you have to do it.
Got it.
And what it does is putting off the pain of progress.
Before people think I'm a real dummy. I ain't no dummy, y'all.
Hey, this is a 6th language, so...
No. But sometimes I'm so surprised how poor my vocabulary is. There's always words. I don't know what it is. And
well,
I got to start...
Same with me, of course.
I have to start learning not to be scared to ask, what does it mean?
Yeah.
Procrastinating.
Procrastination.
So
in high school, always through school, I was a very big procrastinator. The last night before a project is due, that's when I'd finally be like, oh, I got to get to that. But the truth is, I'd been thinking about it for a month before. And then when I finally do it, I'm like, gosh, that didn't take so much time.
No.
If only I'd just done it a month ago, I wouldn't be thinking about it for a whole painful month before I finally got to it.
So actually, that could be cool. Every episode, we do a word of the day.
Yeah.
The word of the day is procrastination.
Yeah.
No, that's not it.
Just no procrastination.
Procrastination.
Yeah. Procrastinación.
Yeah, in español. Procrastinación. Okay.
But of course, there are things that you just put off because you think it's going to be so annoying to actually do that, like a workout, like calling that person, like mending that friendship, whatever it might be. Calling your boss, getting that project done. And the sooner you can get it done, the better. And there's actually a lot of research that goes into that. So if you were to go, and research shows that if you wake up really early, even an hour before you have to get up, that hour is used so well. You get so many things done in that hour that the rest of your day feels like, wow, I actually got so much more done. Yeah. Another great tool is
that actually start burning your calories in the morning. And it's not just an intense exercise, but you can simply do just some yoga exercises, simply.
You take Dobie for a walk
Oh,
every morning?
Every single morning we do 1 hour, and we love that.
And it helps you to think clear, helps you to feel better. And the thing is, the second you get one thing on your to-do list done, all of a sudden your whole day is like, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm getting things done. Another thing is really have an hour where, if you have an hour of power is what they say. So this is where your motivation does not last all day long. If you spend 1 hour and you get as many things done in that hour as possible, sometimes I will just set like 3 songs on a playlist, and I'll say, I'm going to do as much cleaning I can within these 3 songs, or I'm going to fold as much laundry as I can within this half hour that I'm listening to an audiobook or whatever it might be. Then I realized, wow, when I really put my mind to it and I don't let my mind wander to 5 things at once, if I get one thing done at a time, I'm so much more productive.
Yeah. Another thing that you can do in the morning is sit down, have that cup of coffee, think about your day, and ask yourself an important question. Something like, what if today was the last day of my life? Would I still want to do what I am doing today? If today, would I still want to go to work? Would I still be with the same person? It's almost like visualizing your future. And I think it's something very important. Once in a while, reflect. This is something we learn in our training. Reflect. What have I been doing the last years? Am I on the right track? Am I doing exactly what I want to do and where I want to go?
And I think who you surround yourself with is such a huge thing. So if you're in the office space and there's people that you're not necessarily connecting with, finding ways to connect with the people who really refuel you. And just look at, like, I look at our friendship, for example, and I know that I can always count on you, and you're always there for a good laugh.
You just count on my back. 1 + 1 is 2.
I can always count on you. Pin you down. What is this equation? But
the word of the day is
equation.
Equation. I don't know what it is.
That's like 1 + 1 is 2. That math. It's a math equation. It's something that you have to solve.
Cool. Like a riddle.
Yeah, but within math.
Within math.
Yeah.
Okay, so, another thing.
But I think that who you surround yourself and how you build your day, when you're asking yourself, what is the most important thing I can do today? Sometimes you say, oh, well, it's not worth my time to waste my time with this person who always drags me down. But maybe I need to say, oh, I love when I connect with this person. I'm going to make sure every single day or 3 times during the week, I connect with them because I always feel refreshed.
Yeah.
So looking at how you're actually spending your hours, because those hours turn into days, turn into years of your life.
Which reminds me, don't forget to connect with your partner.
Yeah.
And in the morning, it's also a cool thing. You're waking up together, but sometimes you have that grumpy partner that says, just leave me alone for the next 5 hours. But a little note, a flower, breakfast together, coffee together, sit down. Did you sleep okay? How are you doing? What are your plans for the day? Just connecting with your partner. It doesn't have to be more than 5 minutes. 5 minutes is long.
Yeah.
People are getting scared to sit down, have nothing but themselves and talk for 5 minutes in the morning.
Yeah.
People don't do that anymore. They're just so in their routine of getting ready and go for it. And just that gratitude, because it's not about just giving the gratitude. You will receive it and it will just brighten up your day.
Totally. There's a lot of ways that we can get distracted, and distracting yourself from the people that you love is something that you have to be very aware of. Yeah. So in the morning, we always have, everybody gets ready. We drag Bridget out of bread, and we always bread.
We drag Bridget.
Out of bread.
We bad Bridget out of bread.
And we always do a little bit of scripture study, and we have like a family prayer before we take the kids off to school. And something that I always have to do is make sure that I hug my kids. Mm-hmm. And I just kind of force my kids, okay, no, give me a hug. I love you. I kiss them in the morning.
2 arms.
2 arms. apply some pressure, because we do forget that refuels us. And actually, there's a lot of study and research that goes into hugging and the benefits that it does for you emotionally. And it's not just a 1 second hug, but actually just feeling that connection, that electricity between two people who love each other.
Yeah.
And
it releases so many endorphins. So for all the people who hugging, a touch, a high five, that's why they do it when they're playing basketball. Before they even have to throw that ball, they go and high five each other.
Yeah.
Even in soccer, when they have a penalty, they high five. We can do it. Tennis, you see two tennis players, after each point, they walk up to each other, high five. That touch is so, so important. And we forget to do it. We do it with friends because we know, okay, this is the signature of friends, but we forget to do it with our partner. Hugging, kissing, high fives, whatever it is that you need. I mean, you can do more than that as well in the morning if you want. But
when my sister-in-law got married, we had a bridal shower for her. And it was an interesting bridal shower because it was all of the aunts.
The aunts?
The aunts, like the aunts and the uncles.
Ah.
So it was all the aunts. It was all the aunties of the family. And they're all later in their life. They're in their 50s and 60s. And one of the aunts, Connie, gave great advice. She said, never get out of the habit of kissing your partner. She said, because as stupid as that sounds, that's something that you get out of the habit in. Then when you jump back into it, I mean, you can have intimacy with your partner, but that hug, that kiss is that small little thing that add up to a big difference.
Yeah.
Something with, sorry.
John left this morning.
Yeah.
But John he's having an injury, so he's out of his...
He's out of his normal. He's just thinking out of his survival.
Survival. Just get through the day. He's having a very heavy injury in his back. So he was leaving the house, and I go like, but he was already kind of downstairs, so I couldn't make him come back up. But
you're like, you're not going to see Cass. And he goes, no, I'm coming back.
Yeah, I'm coming back. But still, even for me, I'm like, where's my kiss?
Yeah, you kind of get out of that habit. And even when I'm sitting next to somebody, I like to give them a little rub on the back. Yeah, just something that says,
I do that
it's
all the
human
time.
touch. You give me a little
No, I do more of the heart. I go like, let me
squeeze my forearm and we're going this direction. Yeah. But it does. It gives you that little connection. That little bit goes a long way. Because you're not going to grab a stranger like that. It's like, oh, I appreciate you. Just know that.
Anyway, so these are a couple of tips that we can give you. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you need to find your own morning routines, but very quick. Wake up with a good song. Clean up the house, only 10 minutes. Wake up 15 minutes before.
Yeah. Go ahead and ask yourself that question that helps you define your day.
Yeah.
And in that, make sure you plan something. If this was the last day, or what is my intention for today? My main focus of today is connecting and continuing to connect with my kids and talk with them and build those family memories. So now my mindset will be all geared around that.
Cool. So make up your plan and start tomorrow morning, waking up 15 minutes earlier and start doing everything we told you to do.
That's right. We are the bosses here.
And there's a couple of other things we want you to do. We want you to go to the website, thefunroad.com. It's like, we have a song. For the people who have a happy birthday today, we did it in our last episode.
Yeah,
we're going to do it today again.
Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. So go to the website, www.thefunroad.com.
And we'll see you there in a live training. So click on live events. The other thing is you can take our training through a webinar. So from your own sofa at home. And that's why you have to click on GPS Guided Plan to Success.
You know, we got an email yesterday from somebody who had taken the Guided Plan to Success. And she was saying, I'm going through all of the episodes again. And I just think that's so cool.
Really?
It's basically an online
Yeah,
course
yeah.
where we are coaching you from small changes that make such a huge impact on your day. And really, everything is backed by research and science to gain happiness, to gain personal success, so that your life, this road you're on, is the fun road.
Exactly. So we'll see you there, live event, GPS, webinar, or back on this podcast. Thank you all for listening. Bye
Have
now.
a good day, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Happy bye.
Birthday.
Birthday.